Hi, my name is Natalie, and the microbe for Tell It to Your Mother About a Microbe is going to be Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Throughout this presentation, I am going to ask a question to make you think deeper into the information learned from the slides. First, what do you know about the microbe Mycobacterium tuberculosis? If it's nothing, that's fine. You will be able to better answer that question after this presentation. A few things that I knew about Mycobacterium tuberculosis is that we can test for it in the doctor's office. That's about it. But through my research with the different scientific literatures that are listed at the end on the reference page, I was able to deeper understand the microbe and how it is caused and symptoms. First, I want you to think about what you know about tuberculosis. Have you ever had it or known someone who's had it? Today, we are going to investigate what it is, how it grows, how to get rid of the microbe. Mycobacterium tuberculosis is a microbe causing tuberculosis, also known as TB. The microbe is rod-shaped, airborne disease, typically affecting the lungs, slow growth, waxy cell wall, and establishes latent infections. The image on the left is showing a cartoon depiction of what the microbe looks like, while the image on the right is showing where the microbe best survives and how it looks in the actual tissue of the lungs. We said that this is an airborne disease, so it makes sense that it would be somewhere in our body that is infecting the air. How do you know you have tuberculosis? Common symptoms people with tuberculosis have is persistent cough lasting longer than 3 months, chest pain, coughing up blood, or mucus. I don't know about you, but that sounds horrible. So when those symptoms come, we immediately think the worst, but don't. That could be a myriad of other types of microbes causing these types of symptoms. Some causes is microbes spreading through the air out of a cough or a sneeze of an infected person, meaning an infected person that may be asymptomatic, meaning that they don't have any symptoms, could shake your hand or give you a hug, come in close contact with you, and the microbe can hop from host to host for the best viable environment, or by just not washing your hands after the bathroom. So please, wash your hands. A solution is sanitation, sterilization, and disinfection. Sanitation is majority of microbes being killed. Disinfection is vegetative forms being taken away, so killing its main food source. And sterilization of spores, meaning that we are cleaning the area where the microbe love to live. So by making a clean state, we are able to take out the bad bacteria and the bad microbes in our environment and replace them with good ones. We want to make sure that we have enough good bacteria within our body and within our system, but still keeping out the bad bacteria. It is important to maintain a healthy state in between because our bodies cannot function without bacteria. We are a basis of bacteria, same as we can't function without water. Our body is made up of water. So if we take that away, how would we be able to survive? I want you to think closer into that of how would we survive if we didn't have these microbes? Have you ever had these symptoms? As a child or adult, you can have a number of these symptoms, but that does not mean that only one microbe is connected to them. That is why we do special tests to ensure that we are targeting the correct type of microbe. Have you ever gone to the doctor's office and they stick a needle in your forearm and they make a little bubble and you're like, whoa, that feels really weird. It's almost like my skin is stretching. That's because they're injecting you with a small solution on the surface of your skin to see if the solution is going to interact with Mycobacterium tuberculosis or TB. If you have no reaction to it, that's awesome. That means that at that time of testing, within those 72 hours, you do not have any microbes present in your system. If you do test positive, don't worry. There are many courses of treatments that physicians can hold to make sure that you remain healthy and treat you as fast and as cautiously as they can to make sure that you can go back to your normal way of living. But again, you can have a number of these symptoms that are linked to Mycobacterium tuberculosis and not have the microbe in your system. Or you could be sick with something else and you end up going to the doctors anyway and they end up testing you for TB. And you're like, hey, I didn't even know that I had this. I did not have a persistent cough. Well, now you know. Why do we investigate the microbe Mycobacterium tuberculosis? Because of its global health impact, causing TB, one of the top 10 causes of death worldwide with millions infected annually. Its complex pathogenesis, waxy, lipid-rich cells walls help to invade the immune system and resist many antibiotics. Drug resistance, emergence of multi-drug resistant and extensively drug-resistant strains challenging current treatments. Latent infections, microbe can remain dormant for years, complicating diagnosis and control efforts. Vaccine development. Studying Mycobacterium tuberculosis is crucial to improve existing vaccines and developing new ones. Public health challenges, understanding in biology aids in designing better diagnostics, treatments, and public health strategies. Conclusively, this means that it's very important. It's very important because we need to know and to need to understand the microbes that are living in our environment with us even better. So if we do get sick, we're able to find a course of treatment that best fits every person that it may infect and potentially find a way where it won't infect us or won't harm us in any way. And we are able to be asymptomatic or low symptoms, making sure that this isn't life-threatening. We can see that this is a life-threatening microbe, so we do take this very seriously in the medical world, but that's why we do screenings. Has this presentation made you think differently about microbes, or what is one thing that you are going to take away from this presentation? Doing my research for the presentation, I found out that no matter how much you clean, there are microbes everywhere, and that is a good thing. There is such thing as good bacteria. We want to make sure that we have a good balance between our good bacteria and our bad bacteria. If you're feeling under the weather, maybe that means that you have more bad bacteria in your environment, in your system, than you do good bacteria. That means that we want to make sure that that gets re-regulated so that you can go back to your healthy life. Physicians are able to test for different microbes in your system, such as a TB test in a clinical application, in order to make sure that you are feeling your best. If you're ever not feeling your best and you're having these symptoms still, maybe encourage your doctor, say, hey, I've heard of the TB test. I'm having a myriad of these symptoms. Do you think that this is a viable microbe that's living in my system today? Another thing that I learned while doing this presentation is not everything is testable. We haven't discovered every single microbe yet. So that's why it's also very important that we keep maintaining our research. Thank you for your time and considering taking a few minutes to look into the resources I have for additional information. These resources I used for my scientific literature research. I highly recommend that you do your own research and maybe look into other different types of microbes that have the same symptoms. See if they have very similar tests. And please educate others around you so that we can all be healthy together. Thank you for your time, and I hope that you stay healthy and that you learned a lot from this presentation.